Just want to thank y'all for bearing with me. Haven't been making a lot of content, but we're going to go out today and have some fun. We're going to take the Chaser 32 with us, and we're also going to take the Cheetah. I'm going to show you the mishap that I had with the Cheetah in the last video. I'm going to show you exactly why here. So if we come over here, I've got the Cheetah on the table. And this is your reverse rotation, and then this is your regular counterclockwise rotation. This was 1.5 degrees negative, and this was 1.2 degrees negative. That was totally my fault. I had changed the screws, and they had dropped, and I wasn't paying attention. I was in too much of a rush. So what I did today was I went ahead and put my angle indicator on there, and I have them both set exactly at 0, exactly at neutral. Alright, there we are. Flat out 0. Bounces between that and 2, so not bad. So we've got them set at 0. Now all we gotta do is go out and have some fun. Alright, over here at my brother's house, we've got everybody going to the pond. Got the boats and everything in the back. Let's go see this big giant 36-acre pond. Alright, so we made it out here to the pond. Eli's fishing. In the last 5 minutes, he's already hooked 3 fish and brought 2 onto the dock. He's a fishing man. This is the giant pond that I'm talking about. 26 or 36 acres. Huge. I have a video in the past of the Spartan out here. Unfortunately, we're dealing with quite a bit of wind. I've got about an 8-mile-an-hour wind blowing this way. You can just see the ripples. But we're gonna come out and have some fun regardless. I've got 2 Gens Ace 4S packs in here. That's where I can let anybody run the boat if they want to run the boat. And we've got the new WFly X9S. So that's what's gonna give us our GPS reading for today. I'm gonna get this all bolted up, get it in there and throw it in the water. I'm running, I didn't go crazy with the prop just because this is more of a fun run for the family. This is a Voodoo, which is basically a copycat of the Arctura M445. So it's a 45 mil by 1.4 pitch. 2000 kV, Sea King 180, 4S 120C pack. Let's get it. All right, let's go ahead and pick this puppy up and get it in the water. I'll be stepping on a pontoon boat and hope to God I don't fall through this old thing. All right. Oh boy, the wind is blowing me around. I'll tell you here in a second. Doing 47 right now.
Bro, the duck's running away. Get in, the duck's running.
Oh yeah, I was close to that tree, wasn't I? Woo! I threaded the needle.
That gets really wood.
She's running flawless. Flawless. I've just been having it pinned this whole time. This is a beautiful spot to run my boat, man. Into the wind. I think next time with the other battery, I'm gonna bring it back a little. She's running really good. I think I could take a little bit of the CG off the nose. These Gens Ace packs last a good long while. This is the longest I've ever held a boat wide open. All right. Do a little cool down here. Yeah, it is. Oh. Yeah, everybody's got fishing poles now. Yeah, buddy, when you hold it wide open like that, the battery, you can run it longer, but you don't want to hurt the battery. Yeah, that was a lot of run time. Oh, I need a... This is going to be the ultimate temperature test right here. All right. Dad, I'm going to be right behind you, so don't hook me. All right.
Uh-oh. Keep it going.
Yeah, you don't want to...
There's brush out here underneath the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Trees.
Okay. No smoke. Ooh, battery's got some puff to it. 104. 80, 91 on the motor. Wow, incredibly cool.
What?
The temperatures of it was really low, but the battery didn't like it. The battery's got some swell to it. I thought I ran it for about 45 seconds too long. Yeah, she's got a little bulge to her. All right, let's check the voltage.
Well,
Woo, yeah, really low. Yeah, ran it way low.
Put them in there, let them in.
My mistake. I probably have LVC set to 3 volts because typically when you run hard you'll get that, but okay, my mistake. Good thing it's not an SMC pack. Let's see. I bet you this thing is like 150 degrees. Yeah. 140.
You ate the bait.
We're gonna let this thing sit off to the side so it doesn't pop. See, Dad, this is what happens when you over discharge a battery. See how it's swollen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just recently do that?
I just did it right now. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you need to put a timer on it.
Well, I was supposed to have low voltage cutoff set
Right.
on that, and I have it set to 3 volts instead of 3.4.
Right.
It's just my fault.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that won't fix itself.
It should go down. It's just
Okay.
hot. Feel how hot it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 144 degrees. I'll put it on the charger at home once it cools down, and it'll come back. But the internal resistance on it goes up, so that's why you don't like to do that.
Right.
But even me, still making mistakes. I discharged it too much, so it swells up. All right, this is gonna be the second run. I've moved the battery back level with the battery tray instead of in front of the first mark where it was earlier. And I took off the 445 and I'm running a 1716. This is the very first ABC prop I ever bought. Luckily I had it in my little inventory box. So we're gonna see. All right, round 2 with a 1716. And let's not swell this battery up. Let's do a 2-minute run time. No more than 2 minutes. I'm gonna use the timer. All right. Timer start. It's a bigger prop. Into the wind. To the left, to the left. Running good. Nice rooster tail. Let's see. I just want to check my time. Minute and 30 seconds. I did 51. So this prop from the other prop, we gained 4 miles an hour. Dad over there hung a stick, and he finally got it. He didn't lose the lure, but he got the stick. It's like an old janky Christmas tree branch.
Hey, what?
What's your lure?
How fast does that go?
Oh, Kylie, move your fishing pole the other direction so the lure doesn't hit nobody. I got 51 out of it on that go.
It looks so much faster than that.
Yeah. It may be faster than that, but that's what this GPS says it is. We'll do one more lap. Turn, baby, turn. All right. Don't want to swell 2 batteries in one video.
Okay, you got it. You ready? Okay.
Let's go ahead and open it up. Good. No puff. That's good.
Yep, that's right. Right to there. Yep.
123.
All the way up. Get it right on the
107.
Right on the, yeah, okay.
Back side of the motor. Motor is like the coolest of it all.
And now, what are you saying? You got a little tension? Okay, open it
Yeah,
up.
98.
Now it's ready to go.
108.
Pull back.
And 119. All right, 3.81. So 2.5 minute run time was perfect. I think the one before that was probably like 4 minutes. Okay, all right. Time for the Cheetah. Figured just to show you, we got 51 on the W-Fly GPS. Not sure if it's 100% accurate, but it should be. Should be out here. We got pretty good long distance runs. It should trigger that. All right. All right, let's go get the Cheetah. Had it protected with these. All right, got the GoPro on it, so we're gonna have some fun. So the first run, we've got 5200 milliamp 4S SMC packs. Got the GPS here, and these are 42 mil high rake brass props. These are the CNC OSE props. I didn't want to run anything crazy big on this setup, so I figured we just run those. So 4S run, GPS, GoPro. Let's get it. All right, let's see how this is. I don't know how good of a run time it'll get on these 4S packs. Have not run these things in probably a year, but we'll see. I think my best speed on 4S is like 67 or 71, something like that. I got neutral strut settings. Just taking it easy for right now. into the wind. I've already done 56 on this right now,
Right.
and I've only been about half throttle.
Okay.
That one at full throttle did 51.
Oh, okay.
So this one is insanely fast.
Okay.
The biggest problem with what we have here today is the headwind.
Right.
So I could probably get more speed if I went out there,
Right.
you know, and ripped it this way.
Yeah.
Let's do a hit. Aired out beautifully. My heart is thumping through my chest right now, guys. Let's see what our speed is. It says 62 on this controller. All right. Forgot to start the timer. All right, we'll do one other hit. With the batteries forward and the GoPro, it's got a lot of nose weight. It's got like a 50-50 weight distribution right now. I checked right before I left. That's enough. Whew, I think makes your adrenaline pump. My arms are shaking.
Yeah, that's a lot of boats.
It's a lot of money too.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose my GoPro on the top of it.
Right.
Trying not to have it lift and air over.
Right. How's GoPro fastened to it?
It's double-sided tape to it.
Okay.
There we go. All right. As long as we got both props, I'm happy. All right, let's see.
You just gotta go pee. You go out there and pee
No
on the
smoke.
tree.
No smoke. All right.
Okay.
Let's see the temps. 102 on the ESC on the capacitors. Motor. 99, 100. This motor. 95, not bad. Battery 96. And that battery 105. So the reverse bank on this side did put a little bit more draw on the battery. A little bit more heat in that one. and it says we did 62. Nothing to write home about. So that tells me I'll probably go up from a neutral strut position to a half a degree. That was really what I wanted to test here. Another thing, it says, this says it did 63, and this says it did 62. So our GPS is pretty accurate. Yeah.
I want to show you something right there.
What we got?
Little peek on you. You got a log coming across the lake.
Oh, we do have a log. Wow, look at that.
I don't think it's an alligator.
No, not alligator. Yeah, that would ruin.
That'd ruin a boat.
That'd ruin my boat. Yikes. Good looking out on that.
Bait, Eli, swim bait.
Okay.
He caught one before it, and then I cast it out there again. He's like, cast it out there. They're following. They're hitting it like right in front of the weed line. They're chasing it in from the deep.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
But we did,
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty vast.
we caught 50 between bass and brim and crappie.
So this battery here was 374, and this battery here is 370, 372. So don't want it any lower than that. But at least we got a good cycle on these. It's been a while. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and run it on 6S with the roaring top batteries. Probably not the most ideal conditions for this, but we got them charged up, so we got to get them discharged. All right, got it all taped up, ready to go. Good deal. Took the GoPro off because I think it just had too much nose weight. There we are. It's about 30 feet behind my boat. There's my boat and there's the log. Okay. All right, let's do it. I can already noticeably tell there's less weight on the nose. Let's see, 77. Now we're just cruising. Yeah, almost 100.
That seemed a little fast.
Whoo, boy, 84. $84. Need to let it cool down now. These batteries in here aren't the big 250C batteries. These are 70C. So these can't handle the amp hit after amp hit after amp hit. You got to give them time to cool down. Whoo, boy. My nerves are shot. All right. Give it about 2 minutes to cool down. We got like 15-mile-an-hour wind out here. It's hard for me to stand on this boat.
That seemed fast.
91, baby! 91! Yeah!
That's 10 miles per hour faster.
Woo!
You gotta get to the dam and just.
And that's on this GPS. I'm ready. I can't wait to see what the other GPS says it did.
No. You gotta go all the way to the dam and then just non-stop just floor it all the way.
Yeah, I just gotta let it cool down between those hits because that's insane. All right, we're gonna do one more pass. I'll let it cool down for about 3 more minutes.
That $80,000 one you're talking about.
How fast is that? That's even faster.
My heart's beating out of my chest. All right, let's bring it in before we melt something.
How fast is that?
Stop while you're ahead.
Stop while I'm ahead. I've already swole one battery up while I was here. I don't want to do it to this one.
How fast is that?
I'm gonna open it up and we'll see. It felt really close to 100.
It felt faster.
Will it do 100?
I just got it to the highest speed I've ever got.
At 91?
At 91.
Come here, baby. It's got reverse, eh? That's cool.
I had reverse limited to 20%.
Yeah.
And I had to glue and zip tie all my cool lines off because at 91 miles an hour it blows all the cooling lines off.
Pressure, yeah, everything's.
Yep. And I think it takes like 25 psi to blow off a cooling line, so we're getting a lot of pressure inside of here.
Can you zip tie them on?
Yeah, they're zip tied and super glued right now.
And it's blowing them all?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. The pond temperature is perfect right now because it really helps keep the electronics
I've seen a PEX fitting without a crimp on it hold 55 psi.
Was it in the wall?
Let's see if there's any
Yeah,
smoke.
it was in a bind.
No smoke!
Where it couldn't back itself off.
All right.
And see, this GPS says it did 89, but it's still the fastest I've ever had it.
89.
Yeah, the fastest I've had it before this was 85.
And your controller said
91, yeah. So you basically, in the
How's the
scheme of
controller
things,
keeping track of it?
there's a GPS right here.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
That thing is the real deal.
Yeah, it is the real deal. It is the real deal. Let me find. Let's see. Motor temp. Not even hot, man. 100 degrees. 95. Batteries on this were probably the limiting factor. They're 107. Because these are not high-end batteries in 114. And that's about as high as you ever want your battery to get. And these props are small. These are 42 mil props. My 44 millimeter props would probably get me to 100 mile an hour. But I didn't want to bring it here.
Super smooth.
Yes.
Evening.
Yes. Yeah. Early in the morning or late at night. But honestly, the choppy water kind of helps break the water tension.
Surface tension.
Yeah, the surface tension on the boat. So 89. Not bad. It's still my fastest I've ever been with this, which is pretty awesome.
Aren't you just riding on the props in that rotor at that time?
This boat kind of rides on the back 6-8 inches. If you have it tuned perfectly right and we didn't have a 15 degree mile an hour wind here, I could adjust the rear strut up about a half a degree and it would help lift the nose and break, you know, less water, slowing it down.
Yeah.
I could sharpen the rotor to a razor blade finish because I don't have that done right now either. But to me, I don't want a sharp razor blade with kids around. I don't like a rudder that can slice your arm
Put
open.
it back in?
No.
Okay.
No, haven't broke it. We've done 4 runs.
Okay.
I'm satisfied. 90 mile an hour, bad to the bone. Okay, got the batteries out. 3.83. Stopped it perfect. No more run time after that. These are 4,400 milliamp packs. I've got 6,200s. That would give you about another 45 to 60 seconds of runtime, but the weight of them are a lot heavier. And I needed to put a cycle on these anyways. All right. Cool.
Leonard Forest.
All right, that says 91. So the other said 89, so we'll call it 90. All right. I'll put that in there. I think we could.
Little Leonard used to be married to Ginger.
We'll do that.
Now, you married to
Sweet.
Matt.
Yes. Yes, her and Matt are married.
The bearded UPS man.
Well, as you can tell, made it back home. Hope you enjoyed that run. That was really, really fun. Had a blast. Probably shouldn't have ran that battery as long as I did, and I got it swollen. But I wanted to end this video and kind of show you, I put them on the charger, and I want to check the internal resistance of the swollen battery versus the other battery that didn't swell, and see if the internal resistance has increased or changed in any way. Alright, so this over here is battery A, which is the slightly swollen battery, and this one is the other. So we're going to check it now, and then we're also going to check it in about 15 minutes once it gets up to its normal level. So battery B, that's the non-swollen one. The resistance of the batteries are 2.4 to 5. Now that is exactly where it was earlier when I charged these batteries. Let's change it over to battery A. And now let's look at the resistance, how high it is on cell number 3. It's at 9.9. This one's 5.5, so that one went up a half. This one's actually lower. These actually ranged between 2.5 and 5.0 earlier. Now, I'm curious to see, let's see, yeah, it's not even the lowest cell. So 3.7, that's actually one of the higher cells. So we'll let this get up to the 3.85 mark, and then we'll check the resistance before I end the video. Alright, so it's been about 25 minutes. Battery is completely cooled down, and the swelling of the battery has actually gone down significantly. It's I feel like it stretched the top of this a little bit, but what has also went down is the actual resistance. So let's go over here. So this is a swollen battery, and oh wow, check that out. It's went up. That one's went up to 10, and that one's went up to 7, and then the one that was high earlier has come down to 3, and that one's went to 1.6. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've actually decreased the amperage. So let's go over here to channel B and see the resistance on it. Look at that. It also says 10. That's kind of strange. Don't really know why that is. So this battery here hadn't even swollen, and it says 10 on that one. I don't grasp that. Maybe it has something to do with that cell 377478770. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it. When I check the internal resistance on my SMC batteries, they're all really low. Oh, look at that. It jumped over. Okay, no. Yeah. Don't know. Well, not really answering the questions I was expecting. But I checked it like 10 minutes ago, and they were all low. So I don't know why one of the other cells now is reading that. So maybe it's just not charging that, or maybe it's sending it through. I don't know. But in order for me to get it to read internal resistance, I cannot have it on balance mode. I have to have it only on charge mode. It's just, you know, I don't know why. But it is what it is. So let's see here. So all right, this one's actually a little over storage charge, and let's go to let's go back 376 377. So that one's a little under storage charge, so they would balance one another out. But okay, but yeah, I had to have them on regular charge mode in order to show you the internal resistance. But yeah, kind of crazy. But these internal resistance are higher than the SMC packs. I put the SMCs on, and all of them literally say 1 or 2. That's the craziest thing. SMC batteries are definitely the way to go. But as far as chargers, I love this Genze's dual IMARS D300. Now, I love the bashing packs. They're nice and hard. They work good in the RC cars. They still are pretty good batteries for RC boats. But like today, with the full throttle, just pinning it wide open for a 4-minute run, probably too long. If I want to run 4 minutes or hold it wide open like that, I probably need to run 2 packs in, you know, parallel to where we can divide that load up. But don't know, just want to throw that in there. If y'all know a little bit more about the internal resistance of batteries, please leave it in the comment section below and let me know some information, because I thought I was going to have different readings than that. But it's kind of crazy how what was low is now high. I just don't grasp that. But let me know in the comments below, and hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and get ready for what's coming up next, because I've got some stuff to show you. Thanks for watching. Peace.